know that.
I like to think I know that, but it's always nice to hear.
We've known each other for a long time now. In fact, I knew you before you were 21, I think.
Yeah, I think we met when I was 19.
Yeah, something like that. And,
yeah. I'm 36, freshly 36 now. So me and Wayne's friendship can almost vote.
That's right. That's right. And we had I had a movie night, and a mutual friend brought you over, and you left your CD. And after you left, we listened to the CD, those of us who were left, and it was like magic. It was terrific.
I'm glad that you liked it, and I'm glad that I'm here.
And we'll have to talk a little bit about that act that you had back then.
I'm happy to, yeah. Let's reminisce.
Please welcome my good friend Zach Fallon.
Thank you so much for everybody that came out. To the people who've never seen me before and are just out for a nice meal at Barley's, I'm sorry. For the people that are here because you've seen me perform before and you like it, I'm gonna try and keep you on your toes too. So if you've never seen me before, good luck. This is the first song that I ever wrote. What a great place to start. It's a great night for a walk outside. The moonlight's on your hair, there's thousands of stars in the sky. Well, I'm so glad that I could be walking you home. I can see in your eyes that you wanna get it on. Oh, well, your mom's is home. This is our chance to be alone. Yeah, chorus. Dumpster loving you and me. Hell, it sounds like a fantasy. You and I in our bed of dirt. Hope nobody gets hurt. And by hurt, I don't mean emotionally. I heard enough of your crying. I know this isn't ideal, but we got bigger problems than those banana peels. Didn't bring a condom. Oh wait, I found one. Thank the Lord in heaven. Now let's have some fun. Oh, well, your mom's is home. We ain't gonna be alone nowhere, except for maybe over there. Dumpster loving you and me. Hell, it sounds like a fantasy. You and I in our bed of dirt. Hope nobody gets hurt. And by hurt, I don't mean spiritually. Dumpster loving you and me. Hell, it sounds like a fantasy. When I look into your eyes, this is gonna be a story for the guys. Yeah, I'm gonna be awesome. All right, if you guys know this one, good for you. Come on, baby, use me like a weapon, like a sword or a saber, whichever one the big one is. Come on, baby, and use me like a weapon, like a harpoon, yeah, but I'm not saying that you're big. Come on, baby, use yourself like a voodoo doll. You'll be getting pierced and he's gonna be feeling it all. That's a 30-second song and I forgot some lines. This song is probably gonna leave my repertoire pretty soon because I wrote it about the girl who would inevitably have to settle for me. But I found her. And I'm okay with being mean to me, but this song's kind of mean to her. Mean to her about me though? You'll see. This is a song called Runner Up Dreams. traveling bard. I'd like to play some songs for you. It's okay if they turn you on. It's sort of what they're supposed to do. Really think that I'm quite a catch. Finished second in several eating contests. Don't go after that guy in first. That's how girls end up getting hurt. This is for all the girls with realistic runner-up dreams. This is for all the girls who realize they'll never win the lottery. Sometimes I'm gonna be sticky, 'cause I've been laying down, eating ice cream. That's just something you'll have to deal with if you wanna be around me. This is for all the girls with realistic runner-up dreams. This is for all the girls who realize they'll never win the lottery. Okay. So, thanks again, everybody who came out. I know it's a heartbreaker. I'm gonna stop playing guitar for a second. Don't worry, I'll play a little later. Not heard the most of me shredding this axe yet. But, right now we're gonna do a cover song. The first cover song of the evening. I discovered this song 8 days ago when Wayne asked me to play. Okay. We're restarting it. It's gonna be good. Boy was almost 48 years old. All he'd ever been to bed with is a cold. One night he turned to Mama, said, "Mama, I'm scared it's true. Only woman that could love me is you." The girl could almost drink her age in beer. Couple of cases, give or take a year. She worked at the hospital, hey, lots of people do. That's where they fell in love. Oh God, I wish that was true, but they never met, not even briefly. I know what you thought that they might, but they never met. The problem was chiefly, she worked the day shift and he worked the night. They never met, not even informally. I know you thought things like this worked out right. What was the problem? The problem was chiefly, she worked the day shift and he worked the night. Ask him, "How are you doing, Frank?" He'll say, "Fine." What's become of Mama? Well, Mama's in a better place. And he points his finger right straight out in space. The girl is the chief admitting nurse. Considering what she had for brains, it could be worse. She could have been infected with the dreaded Asian flu. She could have had to live with you-know-who. But they never met, not even briefly. I know what you thought. You thought that they might. What was the problem? The problem was chiefly, she worked the day shift and he worked the night. Instrumental break. This song is by the absolutely fantastic Martin Mull from his 1980 album, I Am Everyone I Ever Loved. Mark Mull's a fantastic actor and painter. You've seen him, you might not recognize the name. But boy, what a hero. He wrote this album, there was an accompanying TV special. I didn't think that would translate too well to radio, so I'm just bringing the song. It's the last stanza of Instrumental Break. Thanks everybody else coming out again. Really like this song. Happy to share it with you. Now the boy has gone on to meet his mom. Natural causes, the bottle, not the bomb. They put him in a suit of shiny blue. That same year the girl gave up the ghost. The minister said she'd be missed the most. Her patients all shed a tear, recalling how she signed their cast. The nurses said she'd find them in at last, but they never met, not even briefly. I know what you thought that they might. Now what was the problem? The problem was chiefly she worked the day shift and he worked the night. They never met, not even in spirit. I know you thought things like this worked out right. She went to heaven, and he's nowhere near it. She worked the day shift, and he worked the night.
You're listening to Zach Fallon here live at Barley's in the Old City on the WUTK 6 o'clock Swerve. And WUTK The Rock thanks Lost and Found Records on North Broadway for their support. WUTK will be set up at Lost and Found Records for Record Store Day this Saturday, April 20th from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. The Rock crew will be hanging out under our tent and we'll have WUTK merch for sale, with proceeds benefiting the station. We'll also be registering to give away a pair of passes to the 2024 Southern Skies Music Festival here in Knoxville. Live music from the Dirty Gospel, Big Wooly, and Black Atticus will be part of the Record Store Day Fund, and donations for food and beverages at the event will benefit WTK. Information about Record Store Day, April 20th, can be found at the Lost and Found Record Store Facebook page. And let me tell you a little bit about my buddy Zach Fallon. Of course, we all know Zach for his career as a singer-songwriter, magician, master chef competitor, not Broadway musical composer, and his many, many other pursuits. But you might not know that Zach is also a noted psychic sex therapist specializing in spiritual psychic sexual dysfunctions of the deceased. In the past 3 years, Zach has helped former President Woodrow Wilson overcome his lack of libido, helped Madame Curie overcome her fear of intimacy, and helped the late Ernest Hemingway deal with his latent gender issues. And that's not to mention helping Sigmund Freud overcome some issues with his mother that affected his performance. So if you have departed loved ones with intimacy problems, come and talk to Zach after the show. Zach?
Yeah. I just booked OJ.
Okay, well, and I'm sure there's lots of help you could give him.
There's some issues, yeah.
Just a few. Well, you know, Zach, it was really hard to write you a bio because you've done so many things.
I've done a lot. I try and live my life like a cartoon character. The last episode has nothing to do with the current episode.
Well, as I was saying, you know, when I first met you, we put on your CD, and the first song, well, maybe not the first song we heard, but the one that really hooked us was, in fact, the first song you started with, Dumpster Lovin'.
Yeah. That song has really stood the test of time. It's 17 years old now, too.
And you had an act at the time called Katie and the Bass Drums.
Yeah! There are 3 fans here. Hell yeah. We did it, guys. Knoxville!
And Katie and the bass drums was based entirely on you hoping to lose your virginity.
Yes.
And that first album was called What I Think Sex Will Be Like.
Yes. And the second album was called Slightly Experienced.
Yes.
After I had some experiences.
And then there was a time when you had to put that act to bed because everything was achieved.
Yeah, I did indeed put it somewhere.
Right. And one of the strangest things that has ever happened to me is having you call me from Los Angeles, I believe, was it? Were you in Los Angeles?
I think so, yeah.
And saying that you needed me to fax my story to the folks at MasterChef because you were competing and you told them a story they didn't believe.
Right, about when you wrote a full-page story in the paper when I lost my virginity, they said, no, they didn't do that, and made me send proof.
Right.
And I think that's why I got on the show.
And I, in fact, wrote a eulogy to your virginity when you had your final show on that.
Yeah, you did a beautiful eulogy. It was heartfelt.
It was.
People cried.
Well, tell me a little bit about your philosophy, because I mean, you're even though you're much, much younger, you are an inspiration to me and always have been because you go for it.
My philosophy is if you don't go for it, you know that you're not going to get a cool story.
Right.
And if you do go for it, you're probably going to get a cool story either way. Like, losing is full of cool stories. Have you ever met somebody that said, I lost a Super Bowl once and said, not interested, pal, come back when you win? Nah, that's incredible. Tell me all about it.
And you have a lot of those.
Yeah, I lost MasterChef. I lost a bunch of different songwriting competitions. I mean, I lost my virginity. I lost a bunch of money on a cruise ship one time. Like, I lose all the time.
Well, the
stories.
The funny thing about MasterChef is you'd never cook.
I was not a good cook. I make really good gumbo, and I figured I could fake it. And I could until they made me cook. That part was hard to fake.
And then you became a magician.
Yeah, I still do some magics.
Right.
Every now and again. Magic's real hard though, because I've learned after I know the secret to a magic trick, I'm pretty bored with it. And that's not a good mentality for a magician to have.
Right.
Because you have to know the trick to perform it. But as soon as I learn the trick, I'm like, well, this is never going to fool anybody. Because I know it, and they obviously must too. So I don't perform magic as much as I should, but I still practice sleight of hand lots of times because I sell firecrackers as my day job. And as you might imagine, in April, that's barely a job. I go there 5 days a week, but mostly practicing cards.
Well, now you also have a musical that you've written.
I do have a musical that I've written. It's nobody laugh at this, and I'm pretty sure we can get it by the censors. It's called You've Got Me Pegged, and it's something that's real weird to work on now that I'm engaged.
Well, I just have to say that your song "Runner Up Dreams" was one of my it's still one of my very favorites. So I hope you don't retire it because, I believe Abby totally understands it. Would understand that that's still a great song.
I think you're right. She's a good one.
And you're not a runner-up.
Yeah, Wayne said so.
You ready to play some more?
Yeah, I'll try.
Please welcome again, Zach Fallon.
This is another one of those songs that I'm pretty sure we can get by the censors if I just don't explain it. So we're just gonna go for that. I probably shouldn't have said this part, but too late. Love you. It's been a long, hard night, and now it's down to this. Gotta get down there, give you a little bliss. But what do I do, seriously? What do I do with this? It seems so simple, it seems so slight. Then I got down there, realized I was in for a fight. It's not a one-night stand, it's more like a conquest. And I don't know if I'm up to the test. Alright, I'm here, now what do I do? All I remember something about a man in a canoe. Come on now, let's get it done or get gone. Where did it all go wrong? It seems by your face that I'm pretty great. If you think you're in heaven, well baby, you just wait. The best of times is just about to come. Censored. Well, alright, I'm here, now what do I do? All I remember something about a man in a canoe. Come on now, let's get it done or get gone. Oh, where did it all go wrong? You thought the government gave out stimulus. Woo! Alright. This is going pretty good. I've only got a few more songs to play on guitar, and I'm super stoked about that. This is one of them. This is a song about rashes, I guess. Sitting alone, wanting to do what I do when I'm alone. Feeling like a dog with a bone, but a dog with no teeth. Wanting to show myself that I still care. Realizing though that the itch is best kept away from down there. Poison oak, you poisoned all my dreams, taking away my fantasies. All the loving I had, well that's gone, gone, gone. Poison oak, I can't describe what you've done, taking away all of my fun. Started off as sad, and now it's just dumb, dumb, dumb. I could wear a glove, but it's not the same. With a glove there is no love. Contrary to popular refrain, poison oak, you poisoned all my dreams, taking away my fantasies. Started off as sad, and now it's just dumb, dumb, dumb. What did I do to deserve this? Feel like I'm 12B and this nervous. Before this terrible mishap, I never knew what it was like to have my laptop in my lap. Oh, poison oak, you poisoned all my dreams, taking away my fantasies. All the loving I had, well that's gone, gone, gone. Poison oak, I can't describe what you've done, taking away all of my fun. Started off as sad, and now it's just dumb, dumb, dumb. All right, gonna do another tracked song right quick for you guys. This is a song by a band called Garfunkel and Oates. Hey Tim, could you come hit the play button for me real quick? This song goes real fast. And Mr. Sam, this is the soft track that we were looking at, so if you could pump it up in the monitor for me right quick, that'd be dope. Didn't do it. Gotta restart again, dang. Go ahead and restart. They only give me 2 notes on this track, guys. I'm sorry. You're a jerk hole, and you didn't have what it takes. So here's to you and your huge mistakes. You're humiliated, hollowed out, and exhausted. You were in the ring fighting the fight, and you lost it. This isn't your time. This wasn't for you. At least you did everything you could do. You're a loser but a dreamer. You're tired but you're strong. You're going on no evidence. You always in the common sense. You went all in, and you were wrong. You were such a loser. Good for you. Something that a lot of people can't do. Trying is hard. That's right. They'll do it. Losing is hard. They can't make it through it, but not you. You are such a loser. You are such a loser. Here's to you. You deserve a cheering section too. Don't you want it, so what if you break it? You know now that you're strong enough to take it. Don't let it break you, don't let them break you. You can keep going till you have a breakthrough. Icarus is BS, that's why it's called mythology. People can't say genius without an apology. Forget that, forget them, go get what you want to get. Let them stay at home and comment on the internet. Loser but a dreamer, you're tired but you're strong. You're going on no evidence, you won't listen to common sense. You went all in, and you were wrong. You were such a loser, good for you. Something that a lot of people can't do. Trying is hard, that's why people don't do it. Losing is hard, they can't make it through it, but not you. You are such a loser. You are such a loser. So here's to you. Deserve a cheering section too. You can only fall that far, cause you set yourself up so high. So who really cares? This time it's gonna be fine. At least you tried. At least you tried. At least you're not that guy watching from the side who thinks he's doing better cause he wasn't defeated. Just an entity who never competed. You're the one who's out there reaching for something greater. Cause you know it's better to be a loser than a spectator. And you are such a loser. You are such a loser. So here's to you. Thank you, guys.
You're listening to Zach Fallon here live from Barley's in the Old City on the WTK 6 o'clock Swerve. And I should tell you, you can get ready for the landing of the mothership in Knoxville, spending 2 hours of old school and new school funk and old school rap Thursday nights at 8 p.m. on The Rock. The mothership is hosted by The Rock's general manager on monthly odd weeks, and by UTK alum Soul Meister Marco on even Thursdays. The mothership brings old school funk from Sly and the Family Stone, Curtis Mayfield, and much more. And new school funk from the Motet, Dumpsta Funk, and others. The old school rap from Run DMC, Tupac, and the weekly double dose of Public Enemy, and much more. Put a glide in your stride and a dip in your hip on Thursday nights at 8 when the mothership lands in Knoxville at 90.3 on your FM dial. And I should tell you that you can also join us here every Thursday at 6 p.m. at Barley's for the 6 o'clock Swerve. Coming up next week, we'll have Josiah and the Greater Good. On May 2nd, it's going to be Matt Woods. On May 9th, it's going to be the Lone Tones. On May 16th, it's going to be Milkman and the Big Band, and I don't know how we're going to get them all on this stage, but they think they can do it. So it's going to be fun, it's going to be loud, it's going to be crazy, and it's going to drive our sound guy nuts. But it's going to be fun. And on May 23rd, we'll have Blind House. And Zach,
Yeah.
you know, one of the things we haven't talked about, and I didn't put in your bio, is you were also part of the Little Iffy team. You were Playboy Man Baby.
Yeah, I was a rapper for a little while, as much of a joke as that might seem on the outside.
You recorded some really good stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of some of those songs. We had some bangers.
Yeah.
That we toured all around the country singing those rap songs.
And I went on tour with you for about 4 days, I think.
Yeah.
And I never ate so much bad food in my life. That's all you wanted to eat was terrible fast food.
Yeah.
You've changed though, haven't you?
A little.
Zach told me, I have to tell you this, Zach told me if they don't make it at the fair, I don't eat it.
I did say that, and that's obviously not true. I've changed past that. But if I wasn't aging and my body could still process that food the way that it used to,
Yeah.
definitely. I'd be at White Castle right now.
Well, tell me a little bit about what do you have planned? I mean, other than your upcoming marriage, what things do you have planned?
So I've got, I got a little reinvigorated. My band Senru got to play at Big Ears this year, and that was that's a bolsterous thing. So I got a little reinvigorated, and I've got an album planned. I'm making the sketches for it now, and it's partially to get some songs out that I wanted to get out, and partially just to show off that I got a lot of friends. I'm gonna have so many guest appearances on that album. It's gonna be called Zach Fallon Got Friends. And yeah, we're a whole bunch of people have already signed up to do some stuff with me on it. I'm actually gonna be doing some older poems that I'm setting to music.
Yeah.
And then having these people make some big or lush orchestral-ish sounds to sing these poems that need some life brought into them.
Cool. That sounds great. And Sidru is going to play here on the Swerve, I think, in November. It's way up in the future.
That's the first I'm hearing of it, but I love it.
Well, I said that with Will not too long ago, so.
Awesome. Dan, this is the first you're hearing too, right? Cool. Just making sure half the band hadn't heard yet, but we're excited and we're going to be there.
I was afraid no one had been informed, so I thought I'd better inform you tonight.
Yeah, mark your calendars. Guy Fawkes Day, maybe. That's in November. Veterans Day, maybe.
There you go. You ready to play some more, or what's?
Yeah, I mean, I think I can play some more. We're running good. Yeah, I think we can do this because my buddy Dan's gonna join me for the last stanza. But I've got a poem that I'm gonna read. I think one more song to play on the guitar and maybe one more track. Then we'll have a friend come out and we'll party this thing out.
Sounds good. Please welcome again, Zach Fallon.
I'm gonna do this poem before I forget about it because I'm not used to doing poems, but in case anybody didn't know, April 18th is National Poem in Your Pocket Day. So I thought I should recite a poem for the show. This is a poem by the self-proclaimed poet laureate of the West, Dalton Wilcox. This is called The Lonesome Cowboy. If you'll indulge me. A cowboy is a lonesome man. There's none more lonesome in the land. He rides atop his only friend, his horse a companion on whom he can depend. His woman may be miles behind him, sadness and desperation may find him, but a cowboy who's wise will turn to the earth to lend him solace and even mirth. The earth from which all beauty springs, such bounty forth she always brings. He'll dig a hole with cracked, scorched hands, pour in all the water that hole demands, until the earth is moist just right. The earth will never put up any kind of fight. His cries of joy no one will hear. In case I'm not being clear, I'm saying the cowboy is gonna make love to a hole in the ground. We all do it, that's what I've found. Any cowboy that knows that lonesome hell can fashion a land for Jenny well. If a cowboy's seed worked like other seeds, there'd be cowboys growing across the plains like weeds. That's the Lonesome Cowboy by Dalton Wilcox. In case you want to take in any more Dalton Wilcox, that poem is from a book called You Must Buy Your Wife as Much Jewelry as You Buy Your Horse. All right, let's take it up a notch. This is from the Matilda musical. These tracks, I gotta give myself click-ins. Up the hill to fetch a pail of water. So they say their subsequent fall was inevitable. They never stood a chance, it was written that way. Innocent victims of their story. Like Romeo and Juliet. 'Twas written in the stars before they even met. That love and fate and a touch of stupidity would rob them of their hope of living happily. The endings are often a little bit gory. I wonder why they didn't just change their story. We're told they have to do what we're told, but surely sometimes you have to be a little bit naughty. Just because you find that life's not fair, it doesn't mean that you just have to grin and bear it. If you always take it on the chin and wear it, nothing will change. Even if you're little, you can do a lot. You mustn't let a little thing like little stop you. If you sit around and let them get on top, you might as well be saying you think that it's okay, and that's not right. And if it's not right, you have to put it right. She didn't have to do much as far as I could tell. Her godmother was 2/3 fairy. Suddenly her lot was a lot less scary. But what if you haven't got a fairy to fix it? Sometimes you have to make a little bit of mischief. Just because you find that life's not fair, it doesn't mean that you just have to grin and bear it. If you always take it on the chin and wear it, nothing will change. Even if you're little, you can do a lot. You mustn't let a little thing like little stop you. If you sit around and let them get on top, you might as well be saying you think that it's okay, and that's not right. And if it's not right, you have to put it right. With a slip of a bolt, there's a tiny revolt. A seed of a war in the creak of a floorboard. A storm can begin with the flap of a wing. The tiniest mite packs the mightiest in every day. Starts with the tick of a clock, all escapes start with the click of a lock. If you're stuck in your story and want a way out, you don't have to cry, you don't have to cry. Anything little does you do a lot. You mustn't let a little thing like little stop you. If you sit around and let them get on top, you won't change a thing. Just because you find that life's not fair, it doesn't mean that you just have to grin and bear it. If you always take it on the chin and wear it, you might as well be saying you think that it's okay, and that's not right. And if it's not right, you have to put it right. Nobody else is gonna put it right for me. Nobody but me is gonna change this story. So sometimes you have to be a little bit naughty. Yeah, we we can probably do some slow weather jams. Bringing up a friend of mine to join me for this last part of the show, so if everybody would indulge me, please give a hand to Dan McCormack.
And Dan is also a guitarist for Sinru.
So now, please don't walk out all at once, but we have reached the point where I'm not playing any more guitar tonight. So if you're just here to see me shred, bounce on out. Done.
Don't tell people to bounce on out. Come on, it's gonna be fun. Everything's gonna work.
Amps on mute. It's done.
All right, well, it's time for the weather.
It's time for the weather. Yeah, take us there. Dan's from Puerto Rico, so if you notice any Latin flair, it's authentic.
This is gonna be the soulful weather, I can tell. Currently, it's sunny.
Bright and sunny.
And 78 degrees.
A little bit hot for me.
Overnight, becoming cloudy with a low of 61.
61.
And that's still pretty warm. On Friday, a 65% chance of thunderstorm.
Really ruining my weekend, Wayne.
With a high of 76 and a low of 54.
Hot rain.
And on Saturday, cloudy with a high of 69.
That's pretty funny.
And a low of 47.
Less funny. Less funny.
Sunday, a 50% chance of rain.
Depends on how SNL goes beforehand.
With a high of only 56.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Bust out the sweaters.
And a low of 41.
That's a little too cold.
On Monday, sunny with a high of 65.
Ski bop.
And another low of 41.
Too low, too low.
That's mighty cold for April. And on Tuesday, and that's the last day, we're gonna guess at. It's gonna be sunny.
Ending on a good note.
With a high of 73.
Perfection.
And a low of 51.
Yeah.
And that's a 5-day forecast. I think that's the most fun I've had doing one the entire time we've been doing this.
That was a lot of fun. See how much better it is when I'm not playing guitar?
We got about 12 minutes left. You got about 12 minutes of music?
I think so.
Well, there you go.
We're gonna make it seem like 12 minutes of music anyhow.
Well, everything is worked out. Zach helped me out by filling in kind of at the last minute. I had a cancellation. It's like, who have I not had on here for a while that I absolutely love? And it's Zach. Yeah. So let's hear it for Zach coming out, helping us all out.
I'm super happy to be here. Thanks again for everybody that came out on purpose or on accident. I love you equally.
Please welcome again Zach Fallon with Dan McCormack.
So our first song of this last set is a song by a guy named Wedron. He's a film composer. You've probably heard him. There's a chance you recognize this song. If you do, sing along.
We want it all. Our time is coming soon. We walk it all, a whistling our tune. Thunder in our hands, flowers in our beds. I saw you. I am a wolf, way out in the woods, and you are the moon. Is that coming through at all, guys? Barely? Okay. I'll try and make the next verse count more. The lines are drawn. I'm riding with the fool. Our minds have gone to kingdoms without rule. Everywhere I turn, palaces they burn for you. I am a wolf, way out in the woods, and you are the moon. Hey, stylophone! Thanks, Tim. We want it all. Our time is coming soon. We walk it all, a whistling our tune. Thunder in our heads, flowers in our beds. I saw you. I am a wolf, way out in the woods, and you are the moon. Sort of. So yeah, we have a couple more songs tonight. This is my last cover of the evening. This is by one of my favorite songwriters who does not get taken seriously enough because he also happened to tell some jokes once. But this is a guy named John Lejoie. He writes for a band called Wolfie's Just Fine. And this is a song that I'm not going to tell you the title of because it kind of ruins it. You can run way faster than me, score a hat trick in your sleep. You can make the whole class laugh by making fun of my teeth. You can buy the designer brands. You can always understand everything a teacher says. You could be a better man. But there is one thing you can't do. You can't beat me at Mortal Kombat 2. You can hit a ball out of the park. You can play the electric guitar. Talk to a pretty girl without completely falling apart. You can you can stay out later than me. And ever since that awful day, we both know you can make me bleed. But there is one thing you can't do. You can't beat me at Mortal it felt just like in all my dreams. You walked up next to me. Oh my God, I could hardly breathe. I kept my eyes on the screen. Then you put your quarter into the machine. And I showed you there's one thing that you can't do. You can't beat me at Mortal Kombat 2. You can't beat me at Mortal Kombat 2. You can't beat me at Mortal Kombat 2. Woo! Thanks, everybody. So, we've got 5 minutes left to play a song that is definitely not 5 minutes. But yeah, we're gonna do our best. This song is called The Song That Means Two Things. I'm not allowed to elaborate. One more time for Dan McCormack, everybody. I want to thank Wayne for having me out again. Thanks to everybody who's out here. Stay around, tip the bartenders, Captain Midnight Band later on tonight. Have a good time. I'm gonna hang out, have some drinks. Come tell me you like the set, or don't talk to me. Here you are, I've missed you. It's been a while since I kissed you. And I confess that when you came back on my dial, I looked at pictures of your smile for a while. There it goes, that beating in my heart is fleeting. You left me, I was alone and a mess. I thought I needed more, I guess I needed less. I'm never gonna let you back in. Never gonna let you in again. The last time I did, it tore me up, and my memory isn't short enough. Whoa, I'm never gonna let you back in. Never gonna let you in again. The last time I did, it tore me up, and my memory isn't short enough. Whoa, I opened up with you more than I'm accustomed to. You try to savor each and every bit, but it comes clear that certain parts won't fit. You really showed me what I'm made of, and I'm not sure it was enough. I'm not sure I ever understood the goal, but we both look sadder than we did a while ago, and I'm never gonna let you back in. Never gonna let you in again. The last time I did, it tore me up, and my memory isn't short enough. Whoa, I'm never gonna let you back in. Never gonna let you in again. The last time I did, it tore me up, and my memory isn't short enough. Whoa, here I am, flummoxed, sleeping on my stomach. Sometimes I feel like I'm ready for things, but really I'm just trying to look brave. I'm never gonna let you back in. Never gonna let you in again. Last time I did, it tore me up, and my memory isn't short enough. Whoa.
mic.
Oh, it's lipstick.
Good.
Zach, do you have any shows coming up before the Sid Roos show that you didn't know about?
No. I sell firecrackers, so I'm about to get ready to just go and hide away in my hole and sell firecrackers. I am hosting the 6 o'clock Swerve here.
That's right.
June 20th.
That's right.
So that's the time that you can come see me, do my thing. Imagine me in just little small doses. That sounds appealing, huh?
And also, your music is still available on Bandcamp under Katie and the Bass Drums, I believe.
Yeah, I think so, unless they've taken it down.
So, make sure to check him out on bandcamp.com, Katie and the Bass Drums. And I'm sure there's some Playboy Man Baby stuff out there somewhere.
It's on the Katie and the Bass Drums page, too.
Yeah, that song Faded, it should have been a hit single.
Faded, 840, Twice as High. That song's up there.
Yeah. So there you go.